update with my main man Dex. This is Frank. You know, Dex, I want to open the shows with music, but it sounds great to us. We've got music playing and we're psyched about it. And then when we go listen to YouTube, it sounds like a couple of 8-year-olds with a boombox.
Wow.
And it just makes us sound stupid. Like on our end, it's all working great. It's like, and you've got the metal and everything's wonderful. And then I listen on YouTube and it literally sounds like I was holding up a tape recorder and playing it into the microphone. Meanwhile, we're doing it like the pro way. So I don't know what's up with that, but it's not working.
Not cool.
Not cool. But this is the live market update. We're doing this Tuesdays and Thursdays at pulsewavetrading.com/live. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or Periscope or any other place that we might be streaming that I don't even know about, welcome. We're glad you're here. But if you want to participate in the live chat, you've got to go. If you're listening live, if it's not live, it doesn't matter. It doesn't like archive it. It's just a live thing. You want to go to the live chat, go to pulsewavetrading.com/live. I've got that up on the screen for you. And you can ask my main man Dex. You could be like, hey Dex, how do I make $1 million? And he'll be like, work hard, believe in America, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. It's like a Hulk Hogan kind of financial advice.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We don't give financial advice. All right, Dex, it's been a few days, man. Actually, last time we talked, I was in a hotel talking into my headset, thinking people could hear me. And then I listened back to it, and even I wanted to cause me physical harm at how bad my audio was.
Wow.
It was so bad. It was like you would talk and everything was all like, okay, blah, blah, and it sounds great. And then I would be like, in the background, it was impossible to hear. Like there was nothing. And I don't even know how you heard me when I listened back to it, if that's what you were hearing. It was bizarre. So
no, to me, everything sounds clear on my end.
I mean, today it does. I'm talking
as if you're sitting right next to me.
Yeah, well, today it does, but I'm talking about on Sunday when I was in that hotel talking to you when we did that.
Oh no, I told you that you were going in and out. It was like you were on a cell phone and you were going through a tunnel.
Yeah, but it was even worse than that when I listened back. Anyway, what's going on in the markets today? Our headline today is weak data and stocks fall. You were just telling me, was it the Dow is down 300? What did you say?
The Dow is down like 325 points.
Yeah, yikes.
Yep.
So
as we know,
yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's really simple. It's really not complicated. Basically, we have tremendous economic uncertainty, global economic uncertainty. There's so many news pieces going on right now that it is very difficult for the market participants to digest. We're talking about impeaching our president. We're talking about possible war or invasion into Iran. We're talking about recession on the horizon. It's just so many things happening right now. And then we have another issue.
Mm-hmm.
And that issue is we're basically looking at a situation where, and I was thinking about this earlier, we're sort of at a crossroads right now because markets hate uncertainty. And as long as uncertainty is hanging over the market's head, I believe prices will pull back. This is good news for precious metals and cryptos, but bad news for the economy. So we're kind of caught in between two things. The dollar strengthened up again, threatening to go above par. All right, so that's another issue that has ramifications. Crude oil has pulled back and threatening to fall into the $40 handle. This has implications on the economy. Then we have this whole Brexit fiasco. Believe it or not, that will have implications for the economy. All right, so we have just so much. Tesla in the news. Their stock, as you know, has been a short seller's favorite. And there's, news coming about issues there. It's like every industry is having issues. It's just issues upon issues. And then you throw in that this is a Fed week, not an FOMC situation, but just where the Feds are thinking about what they're going to do, the central banks around the world, trying to ascertain what's going on as far as stimulus. Their hands are tied. There's not a whole lot they can do except to, take rates to zero and even go negative. It's just so many issues that have big question marks as to what their impacts will be
Yeah.
if the worst case scenario for each of the above situations that I mentioned plays out. So this is where the pulse waves come in, because the price triggers will let you know in certain situations that play out on the intraday basis in the market, if this happens, then do this. If that happens, then do that. And that's what the price triggers do. It lets you know if you're buying strength or selling weakness.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
know, it lets you know what kind of a day you can expect, what's going on in the market. And so you don't have to know how.
It's very simple how that works. Your order that you place the night before or in the morning before you go to work, your order asks the market that question and will automatically execute based on what actually happens.
Correct. Based on certain criteria.
I could see you saying that and someone saying, okay, I got to study the pulse waves and figure out what they're showing me. No, the way we place orders as pulse waivers, that's built into it. If I go long and short a particular instrument, the long is going to get triggered if strength is demonstrated, and the short is going to get triggered if weakness is demonstrated. And
Correct.
so if you're a person, like me, I trade 4 or 5 things every day. I was traveling this week, so I haven't been trading as much, but I don't have to worry about it. The order is going to get filled if it's the right time to fill it, because the order is sitting there waiting for the market to come to it.
Correct. And then some days we're selling strength, so you may get triggered right away. And then other days we're buying weakness, and you'll probably get triggered in that almost right away. So it just depends on what kind of day it is and where their price action is. Because every day in a market, any given market, there is a price ladder or a price point, which we call intraday price inflection points, where there's a lot of action. And if you can key in on those individual price points, then it will let you know where the market participants would like the market to go. And then you can ride those waves, or what we like to call pulse waves, to profitability. And that's just how we do it. So today was really no surprise unless you're a market technician. You may have got caught off guard with the Dow being down 300 points after being up. If my memory serves me right, I think we're up over 100 points before I had to run to the doctors this morning. So there's this uncertainty. That's what happens. Price triggers would have alerted you to the possibility of a situation. I know we started the week off warning of rally and crash alerts that the system was giving us, alerting us to those possibilities that some of your darlings, look for them to possibly pull back as we start. So that's what happens. On days where you get these rally alerts, the market may rally first, but if it's still in a bearish pattern, the market will then sell that strength, sell that rally, and then beat the price down to the dust. And that's what's happening.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and get your thoughts on it. We'll look at a few things. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at some key futures markets, and we'll look at metals. So let me share my screen. Get rid of this here. Let's see. This is the screen I want to share. Here we go. Let me get some of this junk out of the way. All right, cool. Here, let me get a figure on this. So we're looking at Bitcoin now. We have the weekly on the right and the daily on the left. Any thoughts on this? I mean, it's not much different than what we've been seeing.
Well, on the daily chart, you can see the market is trying to attempt a rally.
Okay.
It is trying to put in a floor here, and it's trying to retrace some of what it's lost. There is a possibility of probability that it may be successful. It may be able to put in a nice solid base here and then try to retrace back upwards. We won't know that until we see how the market closes this week. But so far, the market is trying to put in a short-term bottom.
All right, cool. Let's look at a couple of key alts. Here's Ethereum.
All right.
And then
Same situation with Ethereum.
broke out.
Right now, you can see that Ethereum wants to rally as well. All right. On the weekly chart, you have you've put in a short-term bottom, but on the daily chart, the market is just now catching up on the daily, just now catching up.
Okay.
So we'll see, where it can go from here. But if I were to look solely on the weekly for now, I would say that there's bullishness in this market now. We put in a short-term bottom, and the market is seeking for its next support from which to rally from. And I
Okay.
think he wants to get somewhere to at least the bottom of the Kumo cloud for now, anyway.
And Litecoin is a little different.
Litecoin is a lot weaker because of the overhead resistance on the daily chart. And as you can see on the weekly chart, it's looking like it wants to put in a new leg down,
Yeah.
or starting to anyway. So
Okay.
Litecoin is looking like it may put in a new support, a new leg down.
All right. We're gonna look at just one more crypto, then we'll move on to some other stuff. Here's BNB.
BNB is kind of tapered out. For right now, you got a short-term bottom in place, but the market is flat at the moment. Absolutely flat. The bear market is still in full force. The downtrend channel is still in full force. Negative momentum is still in force, but you have ceased to put in new lows. So the market right now is just flat.
All right. Aussie dollar.
Coming into today, the Aussie dollar had a rally alert on it. Okay. And the thing about when you get alerts in the opposite direction or a counter trend trade, you have to also be wary of the longer term trend. So the Aussie has negative momentum right now, and it's considered in a bear market. So the rally alert doesn't look like it really played out at all today. The market just decided to just continue to drop. So the bears won out the day on this one. We got a new leg down in place, and the market does not seem to be finished falling right now.
Okay, cool. What do you want to look at? You want to look at
Pull up gold.
Gold. Okay.
It's a nice segue from the Aussie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to look at any of the indexes, or just
Yep. So as you can see, gold has been pulling back also. So that's been adding further fuel to the Aussie dollar weakness. And as you can see, this one has a lot where it could drop or pull back from. The thing to save this market, hopefully, is that on the weekly chart, we have a massive ramp that we're coming up on. And it looks like the market on a short-term basis, anyway, on the daily chart, we may have found support right here inside the Kumo cloud. So this one, you're still in a retracement off the rally highs, but the pattern on the daily, it's still under that bearish tone. And on your weekly now, the weekly is also in a corrective phase still. So until we get out of the corrective phase on both the daily and the weekly, I have to say that more downside looks like it is coming in the short term, in the near term.
Okay, cool. GDXJ, look at the miners, and then we could wrap this up, unless you want to look at the Dow or something like that.
GDXJ right now on the daily. Wow, we have some gappage. I see. All right, we gap down. Yeah, this is a weird looking chart. It's really trying to find reason to rally here, but it's in a corrective phase still on both the daily and weekly charts. So until we get out of this corrective phase, the bears still have control of this market. And the Dow is getting worse as we speak. It's now down 343 points.
Yeah, here's YM.
Yeah, as you can see, that's a massive drop on the daily chart. If you blow up the weekly a little bit. Okay, as you can see here. Now, here's something funny about this. On the daily chart, we are in full-blown correction off of the rally high. On the weekly chart, you're still bullish.
Huh.
Yeah, you broke the corrective wave, but then you went back into it, but you still got support. So because of that, technically speaking, we're still in a bullish configuration on the weekly chart for the Dow. So we stopped the initial thrust on that correction, that pullback, and then the market rallied from that support. But now it's threatening to pull back again. But the only difference this time is even if it does, and there's a possibility it could try to go down and test that support, which I doubt, but it could. It's saying that according to this configuration, that pullback will hold and the market will rally and bounce from here. And that's what I meant when I said the markets are at a crossroad. Because if you look at these current chart configurations, it's letting you know that as the longer the economic uncertainty lasts, the more you can see the equity markets will pull back, and they have plenty of room to go where they can pull back.
Yeah.
All right. So the longer this drags on, the more pressure is going to put on these U.S. equities. Now, on the flip side of things, if that can get worked out, then the equity markets could continue to rally into the end of the year and possibly even through the first quarter of 2020. So we have a lot of what ifs and uncertain outcomes, and all we can do is follow the price action at this point. But right now, the bears have taken back control on the daily chart, but not necessarily on the weekly chart. So we have a mixed bag. And on the Dow, so we have to take it as the market is just reacting to news. We're in a news-driven market right now. It's a news cycle market.
Basically everything. That includes cryptos, includes everything.
Everything's news, yes.
Okay. So quick takeaway for anyone who wants to know what to do with this, especially those who are trading price triggers at pulsewavetrading.com.
Be quick to take profits when you see them.
Okay, cool. So tight stops.
Yeah.
All right, very cool.
The volatility is just begun.
Very good.
And we're about to enter into, well, we have now entered into Rocktober. Is it by chance that the first day of Rocktober the markets get rocked?
Yeah, right. That's wild. Yeah. And happy belated birthday. Yes, serious. I mean, I wished you a happy birthday on Sunday too, but hope you had
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Today's my big brother's birthday, so happy birthday to my brother.
Happy birthday to him, yeah.
And then Sunday's mine, man. It's birthday season for us, man.
I know, man.
We should
Awesome,
take. We should do every year. We should take the week off. Go hang out on your yacht. We'll take my helicopter.
Yeah, that would be really nice, wouldn't it?
From our offices in Trump Tower.
That would be great.
All right, cool. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Dex. If you want to learn more, go to pulsewavetrading.com. That's where you learn how to ride these pulse waves and use those price triggers. Very, very simple system for trading these markets. We would love to show you. Go to pulsewavetrading.com. That's it, Dex. Take us out.
Remember, folks, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.